Okay, so that explains this.
Power, bitches. Bitches, you say? Countless bitches.
Ah, bitches.
All you have to do is sell me your soul.
And you did.
And then he probably said the wildest line in this entire show. In his exact words, I quote,
"After looking at you, perhaps I should let you live after all. You would make a fine slave."
Reminder that this was on 4Kids, by the way. So he flies down, and the first person he goes for is none other than Baxter Stockman.
He cannot get a break. The demonic trial of the Tengu Shredder.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another installment of the Shredder Trials.
The Shredder Trials.
To be judged for the prestigious honor of having a seat
I remember
at the
that.
round table. And that next challenger is none other than the demonic Avengers level threat, the Tengu Shredder. So we ain't gonna waste no time. Without further ado,
okay, you can shoot lasers.
The Shredder Trial.
Okay, I want to know your story now.
Exhibit A. Y'all ready, ladies and gentlemen? I now present to you Exhibit A, the Shredder from Hell. Now, the Tengu Shredder is from the depths of hell.
Oh, so you're an actual demon. Okay.
Now, I know some of y'all niggas gotta be shook. Because first we talked about an alien, and now we're talking about a demon. Some of y'all probably thought Shredder was just a human.
Yeah.
Next trial, we will be talking about the human version. But this one, however, though, yeah, get ready to strap in. So to understand all of this, we have to go back all the way to 300 AD. Now, as we can see, this village is burning, and people are running for their lives because they are under attack by a Tengu that was called the Shredder. Yeah, this big ass,
the whole demon
looking motherfucker was the original Shredder that came from the depths of hell to wreak havoc on Earth. And
interesting.
Look at it. He is killing niggas out here frying motherfuckers extra crispy. And this demon just wreaked havoc and destroyed everything in his path. So to stop the Shredder, the Emperor of Japan gathered the 5 greatest warriors in the world. And of those warriors, one of them was none other than the original Oroku Saki. Yes, Utram Shredder stole this whole nigga's flow to gain respect and have a higher place in society. So
wait. Okay, so let me get this straight. You're telling me that he was not the original Shredder, the Shirai alien. He was not the original Shredder. I'm thinking like this is going to be like a separate universe or something like that. So this demon was Shredder first. I'm assuming he takes over, what's his name? Osaki. I'm sorry. Well, his name. But I'm assuming the demon takes over his body. Something happens to where he's no longer around. The aliens have their whole thing, and he ends up making a robotic suit, calling himself the Shredder. Goes through the whole thing with the turtles. The turtles finally defeat him, and I'm assuming something brings him back, and the turtles have to deal with him.
Yes.
Yeah, you just stole this man's whole identity. Well, this thing's whole identity, and it basically did more damage than what he started off with, from what I'm getting.
These great warriors,
but we haven't seen the whole video yet,
and they set out to defeat the Shredder. Now, before
that explains the outfit.
We gotta pump the brakes because look at this shit. That is a whole village over there that has been burnt down and destroyed. And by my calculations, those villagers are 99.9% dead. I mean, let's be real. It's a demon. He probably snatched all their damn souls. But anyways, the warriors pull up on Shredder and immediately start to get washed. They stood no chance. Look at this dude and his poor horse. Shredder winded up his fist all the way to the heavens and slapped that nigga all the way to the Mississippi River. And look at bro right here. Blood tried to hit him with a mace and chain him up around this tree. But the demon said, straight up squashed squashed that nigga. So the only person that was able to give this demon a fight was none other than Oroku Saki.
Yeah.
Now, Saki was actually able to damage him. He was so strong, he was able to cut off the demon's arm and actually bring it to
So you just take over his body, I'm guessing.
It was all over. The world was about to be saved. Saki told him,
"Go back to the hell from which you came from, demon!"
But right before he was about to give the killing blow, the demon invaded his mind, and he started to seduce this man.
I hate whatever that is.
Made him an offer. He told him,
"Great warrior, I can give you everything that you desire."
Okay, so that explains this.
Power, bitches. Bitches, you say? Countless bitches.
Bitches.
All you have to do is sell me your soul.
And you did.
So, after hearing the demon's offer, Saki took the deal. He sold his soul. So he destroyed the body of the demon
to make it look like
he defeated him. But in all actuality, the demon merged with him, and Oroku Saki became the host of the Shredder. So they returned to Yamato, and they were welcomed back with a party by the Emperor and all of the people. So the Emperor is up here praising them, giving them the glory, the honor, and all the glaze. But little did he and everybody else know that the worst was yet to come. Because later on, right after the ceremony, Saki, or no, let me rephrase that, the Shredder.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's no longer Saki.
Surrounded by demons and destroyed the whole place, massacring everybody.
Well, you're dead.
So, the Emperor? Yeah, that nigga dead.
He's gone.
And over time, he just plunged the entire world into darkness. Nobody could stop this nigga. Not even armies. They all failed.
He got an army of like specter demons.
And on top of that,
what are you supposed to do?
Avengers level threat. It was hopeless. This was the Demon King that all the Isekai protagonists are summoned to come defeat.
What show is that?
So there was only one way to stop this Demon King Shredder. The 4 other ninjas that used to be his teammates had to learn mystic arts so they could ascend to godhood, because that was the only way they were going to be able to stop him.
Makes sense.
Years later, after they finished training and became gods, they went to confront their old friend. Now, as we can see, the Shredder, or should I call him Oroku Hefner, is having a good old time with his bitches.
The royal penis is clean, your highness.
I'm sorry?
4 dragon warriors bust up in his crib. So obviously this man Shredder was pissed. He told him,
"Oh, you
cock blocking
motherfuckers. We were just about to get to the good part."
Which was what?
You, Saki. You betrayed us. Your best friends. All for what, Saki? For a taste of pussy? Oh, don't act like I was in the wrong. Hanging out with you pussyless fools was never going to get me laid.
So Shredder,
I mean, you could have tried dating one of your teammates because one of them's a girl, right?
Keep up with them. So they actually end up knocking
There's an option.
down. Hell, they couldn't even believe it. So the Shredder decided it was time to release his full power. So this man,
did he just turn to a whole dragon?
Into a dragon. This was wild. You had to think, oh, these niggas are about to get cut. But then you gotta remember,
hey, bro,
wait, these niggas are also gods too.
So y'all can do
dragon avatars as well.
Yeah, not as big though.
Boss battle with the world at stake. A big ass dragon battle. So the motherfucking Green Ranger hits him from the back and smashes him in the ground. But this man got up and used super explosive wave, sending everybody flying. The Yellow Ranger got flung all the way into a mountain. And oh my god, look what he did to the Green Ranger. Nigga grabbed her neck and planted her in the ground. Then he threw her so hard it destroyed the whole castle. But the 4 dragons were persistent. Even though they was getting their ass whooped and getting bitch slapped, they kept on jumping them. So then the Yellow Ranger ends up turning into Kung Lao. Nigga threw his hat and it turned into a shuriken, cutting off both of his hands. Then they started using Ki Blast to seal this man's spirit. So he ended up running out of Ki for his transformation and ended up falling all the way down to the ground. The Shredder's reign of terror was finally over.
So what do y'all do with him?
So the 4 dragons came up with a plan because they knew they couldn't kill him because this man was an entity. Death would not hold this man back. So they decided to seal him so he would never resurrect. So these 4 ninjas ended up becoming...
So now I got a good idea. They seal him. Shirai comes down. gets free from his alien captivity or whatever, becomes the new Shredder, sets up the Foot Clan and everything that we saw in the last video. He dies finally, and for some reason, either by accident or somebody found out the secrets about who Shredder really is, comes and brings him back. But the question is, how do you get past the 4 beings that beat him?
Becoming the legendary Ninja Tribunal, and their whole purpose was to watch over this man's casket and to train warriors if this man ever resurrected. And they did this for 1700 years. So everything seemed all fine and dandy. Until his acolytes broke in, stole his casket, and resurrected him.
There we go.
The Shredder Trials.
Okay.
Exhibit A wrap-up. Multiple mass murders, property damage, multiple attempted murders, criminal mischief, treason of the highest order, war crimes. Exhibit B. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Exhibit B, Dark Resurrection.
Okay, here we go.
As I stated at the end of Exhibit A, the Shredder's mystic acolytes broke into the tribunal.
Where did they even come from?
The Shredder's casket, so
they go to Turtles.
So now we go back to
present. Where did they come from, though?
And his acolytes are performing the ritual in the Chrysler Building. I know this man Spider-Man mad doing this satanic shit on his turf.
Wait, my question is that, well, I don't know why he didn't, well, he probably has his reasons for not mentioning, but like, those 4 godlike beings that beat him were guarding his tomb or whatever. Where were they when that happened? Is my question. And if they're not around anymore, what happened to the people that they train? You know, it's supposed to be passed down or stuff like that, right? They're supposed to train people to help deal with that. They did that for 1700 years. So where is everybody that could have stopped that? The Turtles were there for some reason.
So to resurrect the Shredder, they had to recite these words and say
Undertaker, Mickey Mouse. Okay. I'm so childish.
So using the ancient speech
to summon the Mickey
the Shredder arose from the dead, and his body was completely rebuilt into the form of a demon. And his aura was so strong, he blew the place up. So once the acolytes knew this man was back, they instantly started glazing. This nigga Shredder was on some Roman Reigns shit.
Oh, you're a wrestling guy, huh?
Acknowledge me.
Oh, yes, me lord. So Shredder was itching to do some bad things because the man's been sealed for 1700 years.
I'm sorry?
But also, the acolytes told him about the Utrom Shredder.
Utrom Shredder.
He impersonated him for years. And even though Utrom Shredder isn't here anymore, Karai became the new Shredder. So this man was living.
Well, he's mad, but I honestly feel like he should feel flattered because the Utrom Shredder did so much damage throughout the years of him being Shredder. Now, granted, he had more time. The Ultron Shredder had more time than this one to do more things, but so far, the Ultron Shredder is the worst Shredder right now. Unless he does something from this point forward in the video, that's gonna like make him top the Ultron Shredder. Right now, Tengu ain't got nothing on him besides, you know, his powers, but in terms of what he's done to people in the world and the universe, I'm sorry, Tengu ain't got nothing.
He attacked his acolytes, and bro was yelling at him and telling him,
"How dare you let those bum-ass niggas tarnish my name!"
Well,
master, we apologize.
Yeah, where were y'all?
First thing on this man's agenda was to head to the
I have questions. I might need to watch this.
On the way, he decided to cause mayhem.
Of course.
He was floating down the streets and just destroying everything, causing multiple car crashes, blowing up newspapers, vandalizing that one statue outside of the Rockefeller Center. And my God, this was the worst one. He let this motherfucker right here burn alive in a car. Hey, this show was shown on 4Kids, by the way. So Shredder arrives at Foot Clan.
We have a lot of shows that should not have been shown for kids, but I'm glad we kind of did get exposed to that a little bit.
So a massive amount of foot ninjas come up and try to ambush him, but Shredder was about to catch 100 bodies in just 5 seconds because he immediately blows up the entire area, killing damn near every foot ninja in the blast radius. And it went so quick, he was disappointed. Shredder looked at their corpses and said,
"You call yourselves ninja? Pathetic. Put the fries in the bag."
So then the Foot Clan deploys every single mech that they have to try to stop him. But they failed miserably, getting eviscerated on the spot. And just look at
he is very OP.
Bro. They stood no chance.
Can he fight is my question, because right now he's just using powers. Can he actually fight?
And he is immediately met
because the Shredders I'm known and familiar with can give hands. This one just uses beams.
He does to these dudes. He
doesn't have to fight, but
grab their weapons, then just flings it at them, one-shotting them. The Foot Clan elites got one-shot by this man. Unbelievable. So the last people to try to stop him were these recon ninja trying to seal him, but this did not work at all because this man just breaks out of what they tried to seal him in and brutally snatches their souls. He left their bodies a empty husk. So Shredder was losing patience. He yelled, "Bring your bitch ass out here!" So Karai comes out in her Shredder armor and she's not having this. She told this man,
"That's cute.
First of all, boo-boo, I'm gonna need you to lower that tone. Rolling up on my turf on some bullshit.
Well,
what the fuck you think you is?
The original.
I'm a psychologist, nigga. You don't think I can read right through your phone?
You're dealing with the original.
Flash, old nigga, I'm in charge now.
So Karai tries to attack him, but bro immediately grabs her and throws her into a pit. And Shredder was feeling himself, yapping at her and saying,
"Oh yeah, get on up, you raggedy bitch."
So bro grabbed her and threw her across the room again. This nigga did not come to play games, so Karai had to pull out her trump card. She pulled out some holy water and threw it on the nigga, and she actually started pushing him. She had this man scrambling, so then she kicks him on the wall and stabs him right in the
I need to watch this because I don't know if this dude can fight.
But my God, this was some up shit this man did. His helmet falls off and he just looks at her and her emotions start to get the best of her. She sees his face and she's like, "Daddy?"
In a weird way, yes.
So she comes down to try to help him because she thinks this is her dad. But he turns his face back into a demon and just starts laughing at her. She is legit traumatized.
Back up.
Just gets up and rips the sword out of his stomach.
Back up.
Nigga said,
"Foolish little girl, you thought this weak shit would get me?"
So he turns the sword into a snake and just has it chase her around while he's just watching and laughing the whole time she's running for her life. This is a sick nigga. So then he comes down and drop kicks her and she ends up running into a pole and the snake wraps her up.
Well,
so before he's about to deliver the final strike, he's giving her a choice of, do you want to die by my claws or my serpent's fangs? Choose what?
Is neither an option?
Going in for the kill. She makes a hard read and ducks this man, and he ends up cutting off the serpent's head. So Shredder lost all his patience. He grabbed her and just threw her on the wall. And bro floated up to her and told her,
"You dare call yourself Shredder? You fucking fraud. Take this shit off."
So he rips off her armor, and then he probably said the wildest line in this entire show. In his exact words, I quote,
"After looking at you, perhaps I should let you live after all. You would make a fine slave."
Reminder that this was on 4Kids, by the way. So the Turtles finally pull up with some new mystical abilities that they got from training with the Tribunal. And this Shredder has never met these turtles yet. So he was confused. He was like,
"Talking turtles? The fuck are you supposed to be, nigga turtles?"
"Get out!" So Shredder said, to hell with it. It's time to pull out my ultimate technique. So this man floats up and says,
"Domain expansion."
Ain't no way he... Is this really a domain expansion?
This Shredder has a domain expansion.
What is it?
And it is broken because his domain expansion allows him to
that's not fair.
Enemies he's killed from the dead.
That could be literally thousands to millions.
All those people people he killed during his conquest back in 300 AD? Yeah, he could bring them right back up.
We don't even know how many people he did kill. And then just random demons, creatures? Okay, great.
Because every time they take one out, they just rise back up. They were going against an immortal army. But here comes Karai again, but she got a new toy. She got a holy water sword. So she been had that, right? With Shredder, and she actually ends up landing a hit. But this just pissed him off because he walked her down and cut her sword in half. So he walked her down and had his undead grab her and hold her in place. So he is about to kill her. But Karai's boyfriend, Dr. Chaplin, shoots this nigga with a holy water gun, blowing a hole in his stomach. But this did nothing. This man was truly immortal. He started laughing.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
So he looked at her boyfriend and said, "Oh, I get it. Is this your girl, nigga? Well, if it is, congratulations, because you have a front row seat of me blowing your bitch back out." To be honest,
attempted murder.
I don't know how the hell Karai survived this. I don't. She should be dead. Dead as hell.
Yeah.
So Shredder blows everybody off the roof. And the turtles and everybody got a retreat. This battle they got their ass beat. Karai got put in a coma and lost all the drip. She has no sauce. But you know where she can get that drip back at? She can get that sauce back on CjDaChamp.com with that 2 mil merch. Link in the description.
So wait, you attempted to kill her.
Selfish plug on the Shredder.
And you missed. This is why I don't take this Shredder seriously. I'm sorry. How do you attempt to kill somebody and miss?
Murder, arson, criminal mischief, mass murder, assault, vehicular manslaughter. Exhibit C. Yeah, alrighty, ladies.
The Ultron Shredder would never miss.
Time for our final exhibit. Exhibit C. Hell on Earth. So,
that does not sound good at all.
Brutalized and destroyed the Foot Clan in a night. He decided it's time to take over New York.
Is
so
that right?
He makes his way over to the mayor's house. And instead of walking through the door like a civilized citizen, this man decides to break through the roof. So
gotta make a dramatic entrance
and assert his dominance. So the mayor was terrified while Shredder was up here floating and saying, "This is what you deserve for those foolish tax cuts, you fat fool." So he picks this man up and throws him to the side of the wall. That man's back has got to be broken. He threw him so hard, he made a dent in the wall. And that man is knocked the fuck out. So you just assaulted a government official.
Probably paralyzed, yeah.
The way his head landed, he probably just gave him Antonio Brown levels of CTE. So it was time for Shredder to enact his plan. He started using his domain expansion to transform the entire city into hell on Earth. It was complete chaos. Some people even got hit and got their soul snatched and turned into an undead monster. And to make sure it covered everything, this man transformed back into his demonic dragon form and spread out his domain all the way throughout the entire city. And when he was done, he turned the entire city into hell.
Is that a volcano?
A fucking volcano in Times Square. Look at the Statue of Liberty. What the hell is that?
Not sure.
Wasn't even gonna stop here. He was going to spread his domain across the entire planet. But he needed time to rest before he could do it. So the Ninja Turtles and everybody had to come up with a plan. And that was to form the Avengers. They had to get other acolytes from the Tribunal, Agent Bishop,
this
and
weird
Stockman from their
you're still alive.
Every superhero in the city and Karai with whatever was left with the foot. So they all go to
this Avengers song is killing me.
To assault the base. So after they had to fight through floors of monsters and kill Shredder's mystic acolytes, they finally reached his throne room and he welcomed them in because he wanted to kill them personally because all of them were trained by the Tribunal, the people that sealed him to begin with.
Can y'all not? Can they not join in the fight?
Ninjutsu to start draining this man's power. So this actually ends up knocking him down because they finally found a weakness against this man. So this big bastard Hun walks up to bro's body and kicks him and he's like, "Nigga, you ain't shit. Compared to Master Sherelle, nigga, you trash." But Hun celebrated too soon. Shredder grabbed this man, floated up and told him, "How dare you put your lonely monkey feet on my
Frieza.
Nigga, you should focus on fixing that bagged up ass hairline of yours."
Slow mean.
So the final battle finally started. Bootleg Superman Silver Century tried to punch him, but got blocked immediately, and bro started breaking his arm and telling him,
"My God, your hairline's even worse. When did the Vegeta start coming in fashion?"
It throws him to God knows where.
Y'all was just cannon fodder. T-Rock is blasting up again. Some of y'all had no plan of being there.
Massive key blast and blast his outside of the stronghold and starts coming at them at full speed.
Great, a demon horse.
Demon horse with a trident. So this man tries to impale Raphael, but he ended up dodging it, and he ends up getting surrounded by all 8 of the acolytes trained by the tribunal. But he didn't care.
The turtles are glowing, so I'm guessing the other 4 didn't make it that far.
He wanted this shit. So Raphael is the first one to attack, along with the bride from Kill Bill. He throws Raphael in the
She low-key do look like that.
Hanzo. He gets washed and thrown to the side, just like Overwatch. Garbage. So here comes Mikey from the other side, but he gets force choked, slammed on the ground, then he got drugged, hit Donatello, and they both got slammed on a tree with thorns. This man just hit a collateral. So then Leonardo and the last 2 dudes try to attack him, but they get hit by that Wukong immobilized, and you just see him get blown up in the distance. So this man just caught like 8 assault charges. And you know what? I saw this comment on my last video. You forgot to mention that these are teenage mutant ninja
child abuse.
And you know what? You're damn right. So guess what? We hitting that nigga with child abuse. So Master Splinter runs over here and he's grieving over his sons getting their ass beat. And while the Ancient One is behind him trying to comfort him,
he's the Ancient One.
Gets hit with back shots.
Okay.
So the Shredder is looking at Master Splinter.
It doesn't matter.
And all hope seems lost. But the Turtles' amulets end up using the power of ass pull. Because the spirit of Hamato Yoshi comes out of the amulets. And he ends up wounding this
Wait, isn't that Splinter's master before that he learned martial arts from?
He had to take down his domain expansion and absorb all of that energy and turn back into.
That's just a random way to bring him back in, I think.
Give these boys a pep talk.
I guess it makes sense if you watch the show.
Reach deep into yourself on some Bruce Lee shit and enter the dragon.
So these boys ended up
when you got the glow,
dragon avatars, just like the tribunal did in 300 AD. So the fate of the world all comes down to the pants of the dragon.
Like a beetle.
So they start pushing them, but they get bitch slapped. But Leonardo lands a Kamehameha and puts his ass in the dirt. But this was not gonna stop him. Raphael came in to get a bite just to get bitch slapped across New York. And
they got Mikey looking like a beetle.
God, people weren't on there. Then Donatello and Michelangelo take a double facial. Pause. But here comes Leonardo hitting him with a kamikaze.
Leo coming in clutch.
Nobody is in these buildings right now because if they are dead.
Let's just assume that there are, because that's more bodies right there. Because it makes sense for people to be in these buildings.
He was trying to use that dark magic shit on him again. So he flies down, and the first person he goes for is none other than Baxter Stockman.
He cannot get a break.
This man can't catch a break. Hey, whatever Shredder it is, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they always got 2 things in common: hating turtles and abusing Baxter Stockman. So he is eating this nigga and Dr. Chaplin again. So he is about to
attempt to murder. Okay, so I'm guessing he made it.
But Raphael and
they both made it, him and Baxter.
And Mikey comes in with the spear, planting his big ass. And that gave Karai enough time to finish the ritual. And zapping all of this man.
Does that give her abilities since she's sapping it from him?
Ping pong with his ass.
What makes her
so bad, he
special to do that?
His helmet and his gauntlet. And that is significant because that makes him a mortal being again. So Donatello comes from the top rope and sits on him. Then after pinning him down, their amulets end up manifesting the spirit of Hamato Yoshi again. So this man Shredder was pissed. He was yelling at him like,
"No, I will not lose to some bullshit.
Well,
makes no fucking sense."
You alright? It doesn't make a lick of sense.
That is happening.
It doesn't matter because this is on 4Kids. So Hamato Yoshi jumps up and freezes this nigga, splitting him right down the middle.
Bye bye. Yeah, you wasn't really a threat, dude.
All right, everybody. We now turn our attention to the board of charges. And my God, just look at it.
I'm sorry, he wasn't a threat.
Absolutely nasty work. multiple charges with multiple counts. I think it's safe to say another shredder, another seat at the table.
I guess for him, I guess.
Ridiculous.
He has like the weakest trial, honestly,
this last one,
out of everybody, not just the shredders.
Hating to another level.
I've seen this before, but I never watched it.
Thank y'all for 2 mil real quick. Absolutely insane. It's still so surreal to me, man, because I had no clue I would get this far. I was just doing this.
Congrats, man. Congrats. But yeah, me honestly, this Tengu shredder is so far the weakest and the less accomplished, and two, out of all the people that made the round table, I feel like he's the least deserving of that. And he's the least deserving to be on the round table, because everybody else has done some crazy stuff or has some crazy feats. Like, all he really did when he first became that, basically started a war, terrorizing people, got sealed, 1,000 years later, comes back and tries to repeat the same thing and gets beat again, permanently. Like, bro, you had 2 chances and you did really nothing with it. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all are gonna be saying he's better or whatever, but like, to me, the CjDaChamp shredder is better because, one, he not only picked up what he did afterwards, but he made being a shredder something just completely different, on a totally different level. Basically had his hand in everything in New York. With Solo the Turtles and Splinter. Got in trouble, and then he got like what? He got what, sent away? Or he got like sent to like another dimension or whatever, exile, when I was just like, nah, they should kill this man, because this man went on trial for them, and basically like he was on different planets and stuff, causing wars and stuff. That man has killed more than probably even millions across the universe. This man has killed millions. This man on Earth at most maybe killed 500,000. 500,000 at most. CjDaChamp has killed millions across the universe. And then after he got exiled, came back because of his dumb counterpart and was getting ready to wipe the multiverse. If he had done that, this guy wouldn't exist.